Good afternoon, I'm Assad Ahmed. So we know the government's dates and plan to get us out of lockdown, but with at least 7 weeks to go before non-essential shops, hairdressers and gyms can reopen, how's it looking for businesses? Well, Europe's busiest shopping street is Oxford Street, and representing major retailers there is the new West End company. Its chief executive is Jace Tyrrell. I spoke to him this afternoon and asked for his reaction to the Prime Minister's announcement.
Look, really good news. We have a roadmap now, which we've been calling for such a long time, and it is incremental and irreversible, according to the Prime Minister, so very welcome. But of course, a lot of these businesses need financial support. They've burnt their reserves, so it's really important the budget next week sets out a range of support through business rates and grants and furlough to really get the West End businesses through this critical time so we can get to fully reopening later in the summer.
Now, this year you've lost big names from Oxford Street like Debenhams and Topshop. Are you expecting other losses this year?
Look, it's really sobering to lose any businesses. And of course, there's been a lot of losses right across the West End. 1 in 10 Londoners actually work in the West End. So it's so important we get these businesses back. But the good news is there's a lot of interest from other types of businesses, not just retail, wanting to be on Oxford Street. There's actually about £4 billion of investment coming through in the next 3 years. So although not open, some of these stores, and we do reopen again, there's a lot of appetite to come to the area. So I think for customers, they're going to see a lot of change in the next year. We're obviously good for Oxford Street and good for Londoners as well.
Now, a few days ago, Jace, I was at Marble Arch, where a mound and viewing platform may be built in the coming weeks and months in order to attract people back to the area. Do you think people will come back to the West End?
They will, and actually we saw this at Christmas, we're back at 80%, so Londoners have a great love for the West End, and I think the Marble Arch Hill by Western City Council was excellent. It's one of a number of attractions, and their investment of 150 million, put that together with the 4 billion, you've got an extraordinary regeneration happening on the nation's high street, and I think you're going to see a lot more attractions and ideas to get customers back with the theatres, the galleries, the restaurants. So I think Londoners are going to be spoilt for choice this summer. And of course, this is all about the regeneration of the nation's high street.
That was Jace Tyrrell from the new West End company speaking to me a little earlier. Now, the Metropolitan Police